Instances of paranormal phenomena have been reported in this desolate place. Events that may reflect the area's tragic past. Whatever they are, whatever you call them, ghosts, spirits, shades, specters, apparitions, there is not a corner of the world they do not inhabit.
I'm busy, stupid dick!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Rangers Podcast. We talk all things paranormal. I'm Ken James, and this is Jason McKittrick.
Hey, folks.
And if you cannot howl or dwell in the dark, we want to talk about it. And tonight is our final episode from my apartment.
Ooh. And that also
Scared 'em.
explains a few things, doesn't it, Ken?
Yeah, it
where
does.
the fuck have we been?
Yeah. Oh, boy. Planning moving while simultaneously preparing for a child. It's not the most conducive for podcasting, but
No.
we snuck one in back a month ago, 2 ago?
I don't even remember.
I don't
Was
even
it Spring Heel Jack?
Yeah, Spring Hill Jack, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was, early December, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, and I appreciate getting shit for not putting stuff out. Guys, we are busy. It's not like,
Yeah.
Ken's got a little in on the way and moving. I
Yeah.
got 3 kids myself and a business to run. We do our
Yeah.
best. We do our best. It's feast or famine over here.
Right. We caught fire for a good 3 years there with very few breaks.
Yeah.
And, hey, we brought it to you with major events, but this time, you boys kind of breaking down. Hence, again, another nasal, not a virus. It's just been an infection, a sinus infection, another one. And it's now moved down to my chest, which is always how it works for me. You start
Just
with
stop.
the nose. I
Just
would love
stop.
to. I'd love to. I'm good every winter. I'm good for a big one.
Yeah, I've been sick myself for probably like a good month, just on and off colds, fever every once in a while. So if we make it through this winter, then there still will be a podcast. But if either one of us dies or both,
Yeah.
what do you want from us?
We're gonna have to tap into the multiverse and grab our variants.
We'll podcast from a fucking Ouija board. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Or if Disney has anything to do with it, they'll just bring Robert Downey Jr. and replace both of us.
With Robert Downey Jr.
It'll be us. It'll be Robert Downey Jr. be Jay, and Robert Downey Jr. be Ken. And he'll just do his Robert Downey Jr. thing.
Okay, all right. I mean, we stranger things have happened.
It's true.
But
they
listen,
recasted him as Dr. Doom.
But listen, I mean, if you hear that me and Ken were involved in some huge explosion, but the paper from our IDs survived that blast,
Just that.
maybe question the narrative a little bit. I don't know.
Right. Which brings us to tonight's topic. There's been a lot of bullshit floating around. One might call them a psyop, or I don't know, just lots of, I guess, hot takes from you're in our government and other countries. But there's a lot of bullshit floating around, and we wanted to, since we are, by definition, a paranormal podcast,
Oh, yeah.
we wanted to talk about some of the myths and bullshit in the paranormal.
Yeah, because there is a few.
There's a couple things, and we're known for going after Mount Rushmores of the paranormal and things of that, taking what we like and we think is relevant, or AKA ODP canon, or right in the chum bucket.
Right.
So we're gonna go over a couple of those things, but before we get into these actual myths of the paranormal, one of the biggest, just craziest things that has taken the world by storm was these New Jersey drones. Which last week kind of got its definitive ending, and it just faded away from the news. The news isn't talking about it anymore.
Yep.
Because they were like, "Oh, this is the story. This is the big old juicy watermelon story that we need to cut open and spread around."
Whoa.
Yeah,
and that's
sorry.
what happened.
Yeah, right. Or they're like, "This is just the jelly donut that we used to shove in
Whoa.
everyone's fucking mouth." That's what was going on with the media. And
Yeah.
even, not just, and here was the fun part about the drones. It wasn't just legacy media.
No.
It was also,
everybody.
it was also the new media and the stuff that is apparently the new force in media,
Right. And I think that was really the bread and butter, because you had these TikTokers and YouTubers, and they're on there filming this shit, and they're like, this is definitely alien. You have the dumbest people on Earth out there saying like the craziest shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say that I called it, but I called it. I was like, dude, this is our shit.
Oh, absolutely.
This is our stuff.
It was funny because like I was on my own war front with family members, like in group chats, like going, no, it's ours, blah blah blah. Yeah. And then me and you eventually, not even really talking too much about it until we talked about it, we were at the same conclusion. Yeah. You know, we had 2 or 3 possibilities of what we thought it was, and pretty much all of them were confirmed.
Yeah.
To be that. And I loved how these YouTubers or TikTokers or fucking Xers, whatever you want to call them, they're like acting like now that how things have turned out since the election, they think they're like Daniel Johnson here in New Jersey showing you live on the scene.
Yeah.
Now if they could be like, back to you, Jim, they would have done it. They would have done it if they could have had a back to you, Jim.
Oh, totally.
Now to Daniel of sports, they would have done it.
My personal favorite part of the entire thing was personal and just for me, because I think we've talked about it on here on the podcast a few times. My dad is out of his mind, especially about paranormal stuff. I mean, he had some experiences when he was younger, but now he's like old as fuck and he's nuts now. So he is convinced that there's drones in the backyard. Okay. And he was on the phone with me for almost an hour yesterday. And my mom's over it, and he's just like, no, I have pictures. And then he shows you the pictures, and there's like nothing there. I'm like, yeah. My brother who lives there, he's like, he's losing his fucking mind. He's losing. I was like, yeah, I know. And yesterday he told me that he saw a school bus sized drone in the backyard. I was like, all right. And I was like, well, I think it's ours, so I think we're going to be all right. Yeah. He's like, well, who told you that? You know that? I was like, well, I think I was mentioning to you, I have a family member who is, he's very much a military guy. He's
in the know.
He's in the know, and he's like,
just say that.
Yeah, he's like, it's our stuff.
Yeah. Now, was he saying that in the backyard he met the sky, or like just like parked in the yard?
No, floating outside his window.
Outside his window. Okay.
His window.
Okay.
So my dad doesn't get out of bed because he's basically crippled. So he's having a fun time. He's having he's writing Netflix series in his head. So like this is this was probably the finale, and he had to call and tell me about it.
Yeah. Just get your take, he's bouncing it off you. See what comes back,
Yep. And then it turned into him telling me about hunting, and then I was like, okay, sure.
Right. Like you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So he had his finger on the pulse. That's what's really happening. They all came to fuck with Tom. They came to get him. So there it is, folks. That's the real story. They just came to fuck with my dad.
Yeah. And you know what? Who am I to say no to that?
Hey, I mean, I feel like he had the best outcome, like he's like, it was like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, like in my parents' backyard.
Yeah. Well, on my end too, they came to fuck with my family in a different way, because it was like, this is it. It's China. This is all this, and I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's really not. It's testing. It's I was like, before I even was like government, I was like, probably Amazon or some other delivery service having a contract testing out in like in New Jersey where not much of that stuff's going on. So plenty of open sky. That's where you test it. But it turns out it was just us testing.
Yeah. If you didn't see the article, it's company in New Jersey has a military contract, and they're basically just testing drones, this mapping technology. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's a little bit more nuanced, but
right. Well, it's basically they realized how viable this stuff was in the Ukraine war. Yeah. And these drones, and they were like, wow, okay, we want to use this if something happens in New York.
Right. So you'll be seeing these drones on the streets of the United States in the next 4 years or so. Yeah. Yeah. And they may or may not have... a neighborhood near you.
They may or may not have loudspeakers on them that are like, go inside.
You never know. The flame ones they have the ones with the EMP that can disable all sorts of shit. Like that's the ones we know about.
Just like Glocks on them.
Yeah. Dude, the one that have like the rail guns on them. You see that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Dude, I'm going old-fashioned super soaker on those motherfuckers.
With piss in it, though.
Yeah. Whatever the fluid is. That's, I'm talking full-on double tube backpack,
The best ones.
Yeah.
The ones that, like, the ones you said you had, and the kids were like, well, bring it out. And you're like, well, my cousin broke it, so we gotta get a piece for it.
My uncle got me 2 of them. I have 2 of them.
My uncle works for Super Soaker.
Yeah. My uncle invented Super Soaker. I don't know if you know this. My mother's maiden name is Super Soaker. So
right. Don't ask why my mom's called Super Soaker. I don't want to go into it.
Yeah, but it's because of that.
Yeah.
Not because she squirts all over my.
Oh damn! That's what I was talking about.
Oh man, it's been a while. I had to go there. Sorry, gang.
Damn, Sharon, you crazy?
Oh no! Cut that. Oh, gross. I was talking, in like the metaphorical
I'm just
realm
fucking around
of the story. I just don't want that there.
Hey,
you mentioned my mother's name about Super Soakers. I can't see you anymore.
Stop it. Stop it. Like there's a line.
That was
like there's a line.
Yeah, right. But that was a new thing. Last visit, Jay came up around Christmas to, be Santa Jay. Drop off some, we had one of our fun hangs, drop off some presents.
Got some steak fries.
You got some. Yeah, we did. You'll be hearing it. There's a new catchphrase in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're at right now.
That's where we're at. We're just trying to maintain catchphrases and have some steak fries, folks.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like we were 40% steak fries, 10% Yingling, and 50% that fucking bartender wouldn't shut the fuck up.
No, and 15% fucking Blue Moon that we didn't order.
Oh yeah, right.
We wanted Yingers, and she fucking gave us Blue Moon.
Yeah, I was like, I said Yingling, and she heard Blue Moon, and then proceeded.
She didn't hear
to
anything because
us,
she was on so much fucking Adderall.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yep.
It's like shooting BBs at a freight train.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
And to keep the party going, I kept getting her to talk, and you wanted to fucking kill me.
I was like Tote from fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark. My face was melting off. I was like, shut the fuck up. Stop talking to her.
Yeah, it was funny. It was a good time.
It was a good time. We had a good time.
Yeah, then we just went back and watched, I think you should leave clips and Shane Gillis clips.
I mean, that's what you do.
Right.
That's what you do.
So yeah, the drones. Come on, guys. You got
come on.
You fell for it, and now people are falling for the smart dust, the fog that's overtaking. Oh, there's fog. Just shut up. I'm done with it.
Hey man, you gotta go from thing to thing. I mean, first it was the remains of Bigfoot in a fucking styrofoam cooler fucking 10 years ago, and now we're onto this.
Yeah, that was more than 10. Damn, I was like 22. Holy shit! Yeah,
I remember that. I mean, the pictures. I was like, what are they fucking kidding me?
Yeah. I was at work in a Guitar Center. I was at like the one computer at the end of the thing, and my buddy Conrad came walking in like wild-eyed, like, go to this website. He's like,
here it is.
Found it.
Got
it.
Guy. Yep, the one friend who thinks falls for it every time, and then it's like.
I was like, I don't know, man. I'm seeing a couple of these names associated with this. I was like, I don't know if these guys are the most credible guys, especially in the world of Bigfoot.
We'll get to that though. We gotta hold on to that because we're gonna get to that.
Okay, but we wanted to go over the drones and some of the things, and just bring it up. Current events of the bullshit people are falling for, like certain people murdering certain CEOs, and other things that are going on. Right? Yeah, other things that are going on. Tesla's blowing up in front of Trump Tower. Guys running over stuff in New Orleans.
Lots of red strings.
Yeah, lots of things connecting over here. And I'm moving, so I don't have my board up, so it's all in the brain. I'm like
brain board right now,
exactly.
So it's a little more chaotic.
Yeah, brain board. I'm exercising brain board right now.
Yeah.
All my notebooks are out of my drawers at my desk right now. They're all packed up.
Right.
So I got like some good theories, in boxes right now that I can't get to.
Exactly. You heard that. Ken's got no drawers on.
Shut up, man.
Sorry. I thought everyone should know, man.
I'm over here Porky Pigging it now.
Yeah, he's pulling a fucking Mike Tyson over here. He just walked away from the camera. I was like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but just t-shirt. T-shirt, no pants.
Yeah, Porky Pigging it, exactly.
Porky Pigging it. Some like Winnie the Pooh. I'm not a fan.
I've heard Donald Duck. I've heard it's
Porky Pig's definitely the funniest because you get the pigtail in the front.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the funniest. But okay, guys. But okay, we're back. Sorry for the wait.
We'll be back, and we'll have some lined up episodes. Don't worry, we're getting back to that kind of stuff. It's just, oh my god, this year. So this is just the after effects. We were just like, we should.
I didn't even think we talked about it. I think it was just like,
No, it was like a good month. I think we just had an understanding. We were both fucking shot.
yeah, because we like text every day, but most of it was just about other shit. And it was like, this isn't happening.
Yeah, creativity is loading right now, as creative as this can be. So, as Ken mentioned at the beginning, we talk about all these topics. We have these episodes, these ones that we like to do. The ones that we like, the ones we don't like, and we were talking the other day because there's all this misinformation and bullshit going around. What are the bullshit ones, the myths that just keep coming to the top in the paranormal world, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So we have this little list, this little ditty. I think we came out to what, 10? Yeah, we got 10.
Yes.
That's good. And, we're just going to kind of talk about it because I think, some of these are the ones that just don't, they're glaring. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but this, or yeah, but it's not because of this. So, we've got a little fun little list for you. And
I think we think everyone needs a kind of a fucking gut check right now.
Yeah, a little gut check. I mean,
everyone kind of needs it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't even go as far as to say this is a vibe check. This is more of like, hey guys, it's going to get weird. Yeah. So here's 10 things to keep your head on straight.
Yeah. Hold on to something solid here. And then,
Yeah, right now, me and Ken are going to be, we're going to be your Scully to your Mulder, okay?
Yes.
We're just going to be like, yes, but,
We are the Bill Paxton to your Twister right now.
Ooh, I'd rather be the Helen Hunt. You know what I'm saying?
You could be Helen Hunt.
She was cute as hell. Sorry.
Hey, man. Like your dad,
where you been?
Like your dad talking about hunting, the other day. The only hunt I want is Helen Hunt.
Oh, jeez. I never even thought of that. That's a T-shirt.
Yeah, it would sell.
Or maybe not. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just go watch What Women Want. I won't.
Yeah.
I'll go watch that.
Yeah. Ellie from what's it called? In that this plays his daughter from The Last of Us.
Sure. I believe you. Okay.
All right.
You ready to start this thing off?
No, but let's do it.
Let's do it anyway. Exactly. We got to do it. We got it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is kind of like a blanket one here, but paranormal facts exist. That's a myth.
Yeah.
The term paranormal, all right, applies to anything currently beyond the range of scientific explanation, right?
Yes.
So anyone who claims to have access to the rule book of the paranormal, that they know a foolproof way of making a ghost go boo, is probably full of shit, right?
Yes.
Or is going to get their own show.
Yes.
Plenty of researchers, including reputable scientists, have compelling theories about unexplained phenomena and are attempting to apply those utilizing the scientific method, we hope. But so far, paranormal facts don't quite exist. And I think this is a big one. I think this is a big one that we need to talk about. Because I think the big glaring one on top of this is like anytime someone goes in to investigate a haunted location with their trying to detect EMP, or excuse me, EMF, excuse me. Talking about those drones and the EMP.
Yeah, I got you. I'm
completely
with you.
psyched out of my mind about it.
I actually used that reference yesterday. All right.
So whoever said that ghosts are made of this?
Yeah.
Because if you knew that ghosts were made of this, then that means we've confirmed that ghosts exist.
Right.
So I think that's the big one up top.
Right.
It's
well, we've talked about it before, but especially the last 15 years, any kind of like science based on ghosts or spirits, demons, whatever, it's all the school of the Warrens, which is bullshit. It's like not Fortean anymore. It's like literally, it's anyone that starts referencing, it's believed by professionals or experts, they're always quoting or citing the Warrens' school of belief.
Which is essentially the Blumhouse book.
Yeah.
Right? James Wan? I don't know.
Yeah, there's like Dolph Lundgren's like the king of, Atlantis. I don't know.
Oh, shit. He is, isn't he? I mean, I can't prove that. It's not a paranormal fact because there are none, but
yeah, right. But this is a big one. This is like me and you. This is like our wheelhouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
none of them are facts. None of them are facts. It's all conjecture. That's the entire thing about all of it. And it's that's the overarching thing here. It's like it's not a fact, and that's the thing that we constantly chase after, right? Because there's no one has ever said, we haven't proven there's an afterlife, we haven't proven there's, interdimensional beings, we haven't produced any evidence of, actual psychic ability. It's just it's out there and it's a fun thing, but there's no facts, and
Right.
that's forever going to keep it until there is a fact.
Right.
It's
And
forever going to keep it in that category.
And we just keep getting these declassified, CIA documents
Mm-hmm.
about, interdimensional beings and mind control and MK Ultra and stuff that exists. And you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, where's that? And they go, nope, you got that. We're back here with the real shit, making puppies float.
Oh boy, and whatever else they're doing.
Yeah, throwing them out windows and stuff. But yeah, I mean, early on in the episode, or in our episodes, you were like, we were talking about something, you were like, well, who said that?
Yeah.
Like, who said any of that? And it's just like, well, yeah, we don't know. It's all theory.
It's just this framework of kind of just building on like anecdote on top of anecdote.
I was literally about to say it's all anecdotal evidence at this point, but that's what we love. We love the personal stories.
Yeah, or as they used to call it back in the day, spectral evidence.
That's cute. That's cute.
Hey, they did. That's what they called it in
Right.
the Salem witch trials.
Well, and there was one case, a murder was solved from a ghost visiting her mother.
Oh, was that Handjob Cabin?
No, that happened.
Oh, that did happen.
That did happen.
Is that the only fact that we have?
That did happen, yeah, and that's
Okay.
just because it was a crazy weekend for Ken, but no, like the one that's basically based off of the same story, or the story that the Corpse Bride, and that
right.
whole legend kind of goes off of. Actually, a woman was praying vigorously after her daughter's murder,
Yeah.
and she was like, this husband guy we rolled into town. Turned out he did this to like 5 other women.
Right.
But yeah, he rolled into town. He married this woman's daughter. Eventually, killed her. Was mourning her, and like when the doctor came over to examine her, I wrapped her favorite scarf around her neck, and he wouldn't let people get close to her and like really touch her. And I'm sorry, her hair was draped over, and the doctor was like, yeah, she's fucking dead, because it's like 1800s or whatever. And then at the funeral, he put her favorite scarf around her neck, and like wouldn't let anyone necessarily get too close to the body.
Right.
And then the mother was like praying for like 4 months straight, and then eventually just marched into the town hall, or like the sheriff, and was like, my daughter came to me, her ghost told me what happened. She was killed by her husband
Through a song written by Danny Elfman.
Yeah. Speaking of songs written by Danny Elfman, can I just, real quick before we move on to the next thing?
Do it.
Fucking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or I'm sorry, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was on at work the other day, and the TV's behind me, so I just listened. What dog shit songs? You want to talk about dog shit Danny Elfman songs?
You mean like the Augustus Gloop song?
All of them.
Yeah,
All
that's
of them.
trash.
It's so bad. The best part of that movie is Christopher Lee.
And because it's Christopher Lee, you know what you're getting.
Right. Like
I'm not going to sit by and watch my son become a chocolatier.
Yeah. And then he's like, when you leave, if you leave and you come back, I will not be here. And he just goes to like a flag museum
Yeah.
for like 2 hours, comes back, the whole fucking house is gone.
Yeah,
in
gone.
Christopher Lee fashion.
Yeah.
I
Was
just threw
not
it in
fucking
there.
around.
Those songs are dog shit. But okay,
They are.
here's a good one, guys. This is a big one. Ghosts only come out at night.
Yeah, that's one of those ones, huh? Like,
Yeah.
It goes back to why do we do the night vision shit?
Right. So there are a lot of reasons for ghosts to haunt at night. The world quiets down as the day fades away. Some locations only let you enter after the close of daytime business hours. It is much creepier at night, and most importantly, it's the best time to play with your sweet night vision camera. But if you want to chase ghosts, you can just as effectively do it during the day. According to most paranormal researchers, in fact, it might even be a more effective time, because that's when the dead were probably most alive. Now, we've said this a million times on here. Yeah, it's just for that visual of like,
Yeah, it was started by the ghost shows, and
Yeah.
honestly, I looked into this a little bit. There's more paranormal experiences during the daytime. Take any of those classic, sightings episodes, like when they go to like the haunted Civil War fort or whatever. This shit's happening during the daytime. Those
Like-
EVPs, those classic EVPs were recorded during the daytime, some of them. So
I was going to say, when you say classic sightings episodes, you mean all of them, right? Every fucking episode? Yeah.
Last one of them. In our hall of... I mean, dude, how many ODP saints came from that show? Tim White is a god.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
We've been over this.
And Ghostman himself.
Our boy Peter James.
My Uncle Pete. But yeah, no, like, and there was that one documentary, I think it's called Ghosters. I'm gonna find it. It's not like a great documentary. It's not super long, but it's good. It was actually really enjoyable. It was on Amazon years ago when I was still living at the house.
Yeah.
And I told one of my buddies about it. And it's this guy who was like, I've always been a skeptic, not a believer. You just see all these ghost shows and all this stuff, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get my buddy and both of our wives. We're going to go on a road trip. We're going to investigate places, go talk to people, and then we're going to see, comparisons of what works and what doesn't. And one of the last things they were doing an investigation, the same place with lights on and lights off, and they were getting way more shit with the lights on.
Yeah.
And he was
I think the actual reason for that is, specifically with the ghost shows or ghost tours, is that it puts you in the mood, and once you're a little bit scared and you're in a scary location, you're much more, susceptible to, the power of suggestion.
Right.
So I really think that's all that there is to it. Like, hey, graveyards are scary, but when they're really fucking scary at night under a full moon or during a thunderstorm, it's all the mood and it's all the ambience. So
and I'm sure it goes back to just old parlor tricks, spiritualist era, where they'd be like,
it's like, fuck, they could see me do my bullshit. I better turn the lights on.
Yeah, that, and also they're like, your eyes start playing tricks on you, and you're like, oh, God, what? And they're like, oh God, these people are fucking. They're like, this is it. This is the money here. Turn the lights off. Have a couple candles.
Yeah,
people doing spooky shit in the background. They lose their marbles, and TV shows. It's just it's an age-old tradition, to just turn the fucking lights off. You want to hear this fucking story,
Yeah, you want to hear this fucking story or not?
In front of the fire in England, in Christmas time, kids are asleep. We're fucking here. This fucking happened to me.
Yep, little street urchins at the window trying to see what you got.
You motherfucker scared.
No, so totally. I to the opposite of that is that during the day when shit happens, because we've talked about, I've had my experiences, so have you. And one of the fucking weirdest ones was during the daytime, full sunlight, and it's like, all right.
Yeah. You're like, oh.
So, we get the whole mood placing thing, but, ghosts only coming out at night? I don't think so. Hey, I mean, even the Ghostbusters fought some of the ghosts during the daytime.
Dude, the fucking Scoleri brothers.
Yeah, full sunlight in a courtroom, no less.
Yeah. In front of the judge that gave him the chair.
That motherfucker.
Tried him for murder, gave him the chair. That's
I know. They called him the Hammer.
Yeah. Oh, what a great scene.
I know. Yep. Thank you, Lewis. Short, but pointless.
And you don't want us exposing us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's that one. That I think that one's another big one, and that's a good one to go over.
Absolutely.
So let's travel into another section, another quadrant of the paranormal. There is no physical evidence of Bigfoot. That's actually a myth. That is a myth. All right. So while there have not been any bodies found, that one doesn't count in the styrofoam container. Yeah. Bigfoot researchers claim there is quite a bit of physical evidence to suggest that the creature exists, including hair, blood, tissue, tracks, and yes, dookie.
The butt stuff.
Yeah, spooky dookie. There's also a growing... hey, man, I love it. I got to do it.
I know, it's all right.
There's also a growing community of scientists who believe in Sasquatch. Even the famous primatologist Dr. Jane Goodall. And then we have the guy who's on every show ever, Dr. Jeffrey Meldrum. He's on every Monster Quest episode.
Yep.
From Idaho State University, among others. Eric Altman of the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Society.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, stresses that as far as the lack of physical remains, a dead Sasquatch, fossilization requires very specific conditions, and Mother Nature has an effective system of breaking down animal remains in about 10 days. So a freshly dead specimen of the already rare creature would be hard to find. I think
can't argue with that logic.
You can't argue with that. I mean, when I was a kid, I spent a lot of time in the woods. You know, my dad and uncle are both hunters. Did I ever come across the
Helen
carcass
hunters.
of a bear? No.
No.
No, and they're out there. There's lots of them out there.
Right.
So, you know, and they're big. So, as far as not having a body, no, we don't have that. But, you know, there are, of course, there's the dubious tracks. There's those terrible fucking videos from, remember the fucking Survivor Man fucking episodes? We've talked about it a million times.
Yeah.
The servos blinking and shit.
My favorite is that guy, dog trainer, whatever. I've sent videos before where he has like the Sasquatch remains that were like his father's and his, and he just like gives his crazy fucking. Yeah. This is what this is. I love that guy. And he's full of shit. But he keeps a straight face, and it makes it so much funnier.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's as crooked as the day is long.
He got jacked off by the Sasquatch.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I get it. He was 14. It was a weird time in his life.
Yeah, right.
Sasquatch hand job.
Yeah.
That's the sequel to Hand Job Cabin.
Yes.
No, I mean, I love this one, and this is the one that, like, I still, you know, how many times we talk about this? I hold out hope for this one so bad. It's like, one day they're going to find something that's, like, irrefutable. It's like, see, all right, maybe they're not around anymore, but here's some remains, and this is what this was.
There's a couple that I like, the one sightings episode where they have the howls and the nests.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites. I told you I was like 14, 13.
Yeah.
It was in syndication, and I was staying home sick from school, and that came on, and I heard the howls, and I was like, someone's got to get home.
Yeah, now. Can you need to snuggle?
Yeah, I'm freaked out. No, I just need to know that there's a human.
Right.
You know, and like
not a Sasquatch.
Yeah, not a Sasquatch. And and then they had, what was the hand? What was the fucking? I think it was in Nepal. The one explorer. And
that's the famous one where they had there's the hand and the piece of like the skull cap.
The cap, and that just turned out to be like a bear or gorilla, shit formed, and then the hand, same thing, but it was like pieced together and wired.
Right.
Which also may be a psyop, because maybe they got it over here.
Dude, that's
the MIBs came.
Hey man, that's what they said it was. What doctor did the test? I don't know. Where did they do the tests? I don't know.
In the Pentagon.
It's possible, but another one that I just want to loop into here is like the evergreen topic for me and Ken is every once in a while we'll just text each other, dude, the Sierra sounds. Still makes the fucking hair on the back of my neck stand up. Yeah. So, hey man, there's something to it. There's something to it. I don't think that it's as
And that's our political. That's our political party.
What?
With the Sierra Sounds enthusiasts.
Oh yeah, that obviously. We have a groundswell going, buddy. Yeah. We're growing in numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. Get your T-shirts. The link below.
Yep. We're here to bring the truth. Yep. Like, share. Exactly.
Yeah. No.
The brown party.
Yeah, we're the brown party. But if we're talking Abominable Snowman or the Yeti, grayish white party.
Well,
we change with cryptid.
Sure, or with the seasons. I don't know. We haven't figured it out. Just fuck you. I don't know.
It's in the early stages. It's like when they started the Boston Tea Party. That's where we're at. We're at that phase.
I think that was just like an hour.
Motherfucker!
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's that's it, man.
Well, now here's one that I love. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a trope that it's always going to kind of stick with me, just because you see it, me and you do it. We go, oh, that place is haunted as fuck. But only old buildings are haunted.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
A decrepit ancient Victorian mansion with broken windows, creaky floorboards, and moldy furniture may be the best haunted house in Hollywood, but it's not where ghosts necessarily hang out. Beyond just old houses, researchers claim to have found paranormal evidence in jails, asylums, hospitals, hotels, museums, battleships, cruise liners, cars, roads, and forests. New locations can also be haunted, as can the ground where a new building is established. There doesn't necessarily have to be a death on the property either. It is widely accepted within the paranormal community that objects and people themselves can be the focus of haunting.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it right there.
Yeah.
How many times we talked about, your place in Ben Salem when you grew up, man, that fucking built over something else was there.
Yeah.
Seeing that old idea that like, oh, ghosts always passing through walls. It's like they're not passing through walls. It's there was a door there another time. So there wasn't a door there, and this was
just
a
like
hallway.
an open,
yeah. So you see them passing through walls because this used to be an open area.
Yeah.
Which, that opens a whole other line of questioning and whatnot. But
that's terrifying too.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, are they existing in different, dimensions at the same time? I don't know. But
possibly both.
But exactly. But this is kind of along the same lines as what we talked, we're speaking about previously about the, coming out at night. It's all the perspective, right? So it's like creepy ass building. Yeah, there's probably a fucking ghost there.
Right.
And possibly a homeless person squatting, so be careful if you go into those places. Yeah. Bring some mace.
You don't want to get stabbed with like a shard of glass drenched in piss, you know what I mean?
No, because that wound is going to definitely get infected and you're going to be fucked.
That's the main choice of weapon by the homeless, by the way.
Yes. And
I'm sorry, the unhoused. My bad.
It does.
I don't care.
So what is a ghost? And the unbodied?
Yeah. Disembodied.
I don't know.
Breathing challenged. I don't know.
Yeah. There's been other great ones where it's like you watch these stories where like people just can't figure it out. They have these brand new homes and the places are just like riddled with ghosts.
Yeah.
And they don't even come to like a conclusion.
Yeah.
It's just like, we don't know. It's just this place is haunted. It doesn't make any sense, but there's ghosts here.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby's house was haunted.
Dude, did you hear about, speaking of Ricky, that they're tearing down the original Bobby Mackey's?
Oh, for real?
It's done. Yeah, they're moving across the street.
Oof.
He's tearing it down.
Tired of those demons.
I don't know. I just heard about it recently. I should have used that as a headline. But he's moving across the street. They're leaving the other building somewhat intact, but they're going to leave the entrance to that well open. Just to make sure.
They're just going, fuck business operations there.
Yep.
Tourist trap, business across the street.
I think he wants, from what I understand, they're tearing that building down. They're just going to have like an area or whatever, but it's not going to be like the way that it was. I think he's trying to move away from, I think Zach Bagans fucked him up, is what I'm trying to say.
Probably.
And I think he's trying to pull, it's like, okay, cool, ghosts, and we're actually going to get to this. This is part of another topic. But, ghosts can be good for business, but, sometimes I think you want to just be like, hey, how about we just go back to barbecue and honky tonk?
Right. You're like, I want kind of normal people in here.
Yeah, because, they're tired of,
Zumba pants and, like, Airwalk sneakers coming in here all the time.
Airwalk sneakers? What is this, 1997?
They're making a comeback, buddy.
Are they?
Yeah, but that crowd never let them go.
Okay.
You know the ones I'm talking about still play laser tag? Come on.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Know the arcades in the area and not like the barcades, like...
All right.
Go hit up fucking Marvel vs. DC and just like trash kids all day. There's 4 of them. This
sounds personal. This sounds personal.
This is Zach Bagan crowd. I worked at AMC. One guy destroyed me in Tekken. I don't know how he did it.
Yeah, but who was he? Was he fucking Eddie Gordo?
No, he was King.
Oh shit!
And I was harangued.
That's respectable.
He knew, dude. He grabbed me. He never put me down. I don't know how he did it. It was just a constant wrestling move.
Yeah.
And he beat me 3 times. I had to put in the quarters because he beat me 3 matches. And I'm a demon in Tekken. And I look over at him, and he pulls his fucking lanyard out. He worked there. I was like, this motherfucker. Long-haired glasses, goatee, airwalk shoe wearing.
Damn.
Still plays laser tag, motherfucker.
So that was like your Pai Mei.
Yes. And you know what I did? I ended up going and working at a laser tag place. Well,
there you go. I mean, it was, it worked out, but didn't for everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So there that is. I mean, you never. I mean, any place can be haunted, and hey, man, we talked about the haunted people all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, on our second,
like, man, you move into a lot of haunted places. I'm like, hey, they maybe just follow me. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I was talking to my buddy Dante and my buddy Zoe about it. One time I was like, I got this video here from my wife's cousin, and I have these other videos from people, and like my whole life. And Dante was like, and he was like, oh, we got to hang out with you more because this shit. I'm like, yeah, just shit happens, man. I don't know.
Yeah. So, the next one up for us here is America's paranormal fascination is new. It is not, sir. It is not.
It is not.
Although the paranormal has become quite popular with the arrival of investigation-based reality shows, we know them, America's fascination dates back to the origins of the nation. Right? The paranormal peaked in the U.S. in the mid-19th and early 20th century with the introduction of spiritualism, as we've mentioned many times before. A religious philosophy that espoused with communication with the spirit world is possible. Mary Todd Lincoln, psycho, Mark Twain, and Harry Houdini were among the American celebrities who became part of the paranormal conversation. Yes,
Yeah, don't do
Harry
Houdini.
Houdini, not on the other side of it.
We got to pen that movie. We got to sit down and write a screenplay that we're him going around fucking disproving all that shit.
No, him with brass knuckles and a wife beater and suspenders, just going to these fucking things and just wrecking them.
So we want to do like a Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter style.
Like kind of, but I want him to have
John
like a
Wick
Cockney,
more.
like deep British accent. You know what I'm saying? Like how crazy! Think about that. Completely historicity out the window.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's like I want him showing like he's like
based on. We just do based on the life of Harry Houdini.
based on. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were told to clear out.
Yeah, it's Jason Statham basically. I know all about the spiritualists.
Yeah.
I had to tell you, not my cup of tea.
Yeah, bat. Yep.
Yeah.
Has an Orangina and then gets the fuck out of
there. Peels out in a car. You're like, what the fuck?
So exactly. So we had this paranormal conversation, and the public gathered in homes and auditoriums to connect with the dead in these seances. All right, we knew all about it. Harry Houdini just drug his giant member through that whole situation.
Circumcised member.
Yes. I've seen the pictures.
Marlon Brando was in that one, I think.
I don't know. Beyond ghosts, future President Teddy Roosevelt wrote of a frontiersman encounter with a Bigfoot-like creature in 1893. We talked about that. And other Sasquatch stories would periodically make their way into the news, long after the Battle of Los Angeles in 1942, as we covered, or the Roswell incident in 1947. Airships were reported in the skies above America, and newspaperman S.E. Hayden wrote about the crash of such a ship in Aurora, Texas in 1897, about 6 years before the Wright brothers' first flight. So the story of America is just peppered with paranormal stories because we love it.
Yeah. Because it's like, what did we, like, they came over there frontiering and they're like, I have fucking homestead, fuck it.
Yeah, these guys are out there trying to find their gold or whatever, and they came across, Wounded Ape Man and Mountain Devil.
Yeah. And they're in a shack.
And they were like, they knew they fucked up.
Yeah. You don't come across those two and not fuck up. You get fucked up.
Yeah, that's the reason why Zip Zap and Gleepcorp have not been around in a while.
I've heard that rumor.
Yeah. They're like, no. Wounded Ape Man and Mountain Devil are about.
Not this time.
My nether region still hurt.
Was a fun weekend, though.
Yeah, those guys get out of control, though,
They are known to. But like, think about it. Like, our favorite shit is like talking about like when we were kids, like our parents and our grandparents telling us shit. They were telling the stories that their grandparents told them.
Oh yeah, and
just
and I think it goes hand in hand with the whole like discovery of this quote unquote new continent and coming here and just discovering all this weird shit that was here and like throw in some Native American legends and people are ready. It creates a whole paranormal stew, and people love stew. So
people do love stew. I know that. And yeah, man, there's gonna be a new satellite People Love Studios. People like studios in Warminster. Moving to Warminster, man. Moving up in the world, I think.
Did you just give away your location? You okay?
Not exactly. It's a big area. It's a big area.
All right. They checked on your brother, though. They're just going to find you easily.
Right. Well, guess what? Guess who's trained in laser tag?
All right. Fair enough. But if they show up asking for Tekken rights, you're fucked.
Only if it's that guy.
All right. Okay.
Only if
I was good with Yoshimitsu.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's one of the harder guys. But if you had your Yoshi game down...
Yeah,
you were one of those
hard to link, but if you had some of those sword moves, just... Yeah. It's good times.
Yeah, I love the assholes that would just, like, go to, like, the sword jump... and they didn't know how to do it. Yep. Yeah. You're like, you idiot. You just jump kick him in the head.
Yep.
That was the best. Or the guy that would just stab himself and fall down a bunch.
Yeah.
And then you just
And then
walk
they-
over and stomp on their head.
Yeah. He was a hard character.
Yeah. But, I play with everyone, so.
I know.
Just getting my fucking blood pumping talking about Tekken here.
Yeah, I know.
But also Tekken it's not new. It's not a new fascination in America. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
But no, we love it. And I still, if someone was like, yo, let's do a seance,
Yeah.
I'm
Why
fucking
wouldn't
there.
you? Yeah. No, I've been, I'm
Do
working
I
on
look
this
like a fucking nerd?
Exactly. I'm actually working on a project right now, so I've been getting deep into Ouija stuff, art project. I'll tell you about it later.
You're getting deep into the Ouija, man?
A little bit. It's just imagery.
No, I like it. I don't think you're over there fucking slapping off the Ouija boards. I'm just saying.
Who said I wasn't?
Oh, that look on your face. Oh, man.
New year, new me.
Yeah, right. We're starting off with a new porn. Which
Yeah,
is
they
just
call me
Ouija.
planchette.
When you go to open the board, it sticks. You're like,
Oh, yeah. We need another one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Gotta run to KB Toys.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Big
All right,
time.
all right, guys. Oh, it's fun to be back. All right, so
Hit us with another myth, Ken.
right. So this one, aliens are little green men in flying saucers. You know what that is? That's a load of crap.
That is a
Right.
load of crap.
Actually, the most popular aliens are little gray men, according to believers. In America, the grays are the archetypes when discussing alien encounters and were supposedly found in that Roswell incident crash. The creatures supposedly have large black buggy eyes and a slit for a mouth and an oversized noggin. So, like your boy Ken. However, aggressive reptilian and blonde-haired Nordic humanoids, I think those are the ones for serious, have also been reported by eyewitnesses, along with dozens of alien species. As for the flying saucer part, ufologists claim we should have add flying crescents, cigar-shaped crafts, triangular ships, and V-shaped crafts to the flying saucer motif. A lot of those new leaked photos, I don't know if you've seen them.
No. I mean, this is a little bit outdated. I mean, we
Right.
pulled some of this stuff from some older stuff, as we're wont to do.
But people still do that.
For Christmas, I got some of those Time Life books. The black. So we put some fun shit together here, guys.
Right, but the thing is too, I mean, people will still do that. Oh, little green man, boo, one guy at work, I don't want to say his name, but he'll be like, oh, my brother's into this shit, and he'll kind of like come over to me and be like, look, you believe in that stuff? And I'm like, oh yeah, aliens are real. And during the Congress hearings, like both of them,
Yeah.
he's like, come on, dude. I'm like, dude, they're fucking talking about it. Like,
Yeah. They're
it's
seen
real.
multiple times a day now.
Yeah, it's like a thing. These aren't the drones. This is
No, this is a separate issue.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to confuse the two.
yes.
Now they're like, maybe we shouldn't have put all that shit out there on Front Street. Let's
Yeah.
pull it back a little bit and let's talk about drones a little bit. But, our boy, I always forget his name, the whistleblower. What was his name?
David Grutch.
Yeah, that's it. He said it, man. Biological, samples were, they were fucking bodies.
Yeah.
So before I start yelling at shit, we talk about the flying saucer motif, the V-shaped craft, but we have to update it with the fucking black cube inside of a translucent sphere. That's my favorite one.
And now orbs. Now they're just calling them orbs.
Just orbs,
too.
yeah.
And
that's
it's
what my dad saw too.
But there we go. But now it's not like ghost orbs in pictures.
No,
It's like,
no.
oh no, orbs, because it's like gaseous,
Yes.
chemically moving.
They look like little planets, someone said.
Right, and they're sentient. Like it's like that's the out there shit that I've always wanted and waited for. Like
Yeah.
what the? And I'm like,
Here
they're
it
like,
is,
oh yeah,
buddy.
that's real.
Non-biological entities creating biological drones.
I think I just dropped a nut.
Dude, that's what it is.
No, I know, but like,
Dude,
what?
I got that phrase from someone I was talking to.
oh, the one we were talking about.
Yeah. He hit me with that.
I literally like when I hit chills as I was like holding my eye.
Fuck. We good?
Flaming skulls.
No, you said chills. Jesus Christ. He could be in your house now. You're
Hi
packing a
guys,
box
it's been a while. I know you were looking at my music videos last time you hung out.
Yeah, we totally did. I was like, hey, where's Chill's been? And Ken's like, no, he's gone. He's off of YouTube. Then we pulled his bullshit up. We were just spelling it wrong. We thought it was a Z. We thought he was that much of an asshole. And we pulled it up and we watched his rap videos, and I felt my brain shrinking.
But also, he's not as popular as he was.
No.
Because he was on fire. He was fucking...
Because now he's pulling from other YouTubers. It's like, dude, you're a hack on top of a hack. Yeah, all like the Malaysian and like the Indian kids who are like, dude, we know this is bullshit. We're just having a good time.
Yeah,
here's my puppet. Woo!
Yeah, and he's like...
Gnome in video.
Are they possibly fighting demons and saving the lives of all of us people?
Am I having a stroke? Hit that like button to find out.
Hit the button.
Ugh.
You want to know why my voice sounds like this?
I don't know. Non-biological entities creating
biological drones.
Yeah.
Like, I have an idea of what that means, but what the fucking Skynet? What does that mean?
Think about it. Listen, that's Skynet. The Terminators created a way to create, which is an AI intelligence, to create the Terminators, which were covered with biological flesh. How the fuck did they do that?
But what I'm asking is, are we saying are non-bio, or...
It suggests that these alien races have moved on from being biological entities. They're pure AI kind of things. Yeah, now Ken's losing it. Maybe a screenshot of your face right now should be the fucking artwork
take a
for
picture.
this episode.
I'll hold it. Take a picture.
Hold on, let me get the... Got it. Yeah, that's what he hit me with.
Like, it's a mix of excitement, fear, anger. Like, you know,
the dark side is this. You got to watch out.
You know how like most like unstable men like react in violence. Like,
yeah, I do,
that's
actually.
That's what it almost has me doing.
Yeah.
Like, I want to just like be like, no, what? Yeah, you know, drink a Monster with my like visor.
Come here.
Yeah, right. But no, it's just like I'm so like I get it, but I'm still so confused because like the scape of it, or like scope, or just the vastness of that.
So something to do with all right. So let's say you have the ability to change your form, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So if you went to a planet that was like an ocean planet, you would travel to that planet and be some kind of marine creature, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're coming to a planet that's all organic stuff, the best way to travel through that environment is to become an organic thing.
So it's like Galactus.
No.
He takes on the form of whatever he's showing himself to.
That's but more like the best way to travel through this medium is to be not a machine thing. It's better to be organic.
So are we talking atmosphere, chemically,
just all of it. So this is how it was. This is how it was described to me.
So much.
This is how it was described to me.
Fuck you so much for putting this into my life.
Sorry, man.
Fuck you so much for putting...
Sorry. I had to deal with this shit for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, but you don't have like a deep, weird, like not even fear, just like obsession with the terror that is space.
Yeah, it's good. It's good shit, right?
I know it's good shit. No, I'm excited to know it, but I'm also like,
how many fettuccine is this worth, though?
Oh, 12. This is 12 fettuccine.
Yeah,
you can't get this for 4 fettuccine. You got to pay full market price.
No, this is the back room fettuccine. So you don't get this at the fucking counter.
Yeah, this ain't Barilla. Fucking
no. This isn't Zitty.
Yeah, this isn't Zitty. This isn't any Zitty. Getting served at a fucking hall that you're at.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah.
What have they done to us?
Yeah, exactly. It's like them putting on a pig mask on a dog, and then you just flip the fuck out because they're not ready for it.
You're like, that thing lives with us on this planet.
Yeah, so that's basically how it was described to me. That it's easier to move and exist and travel in this milieu.
I get you. I know. I get it. I get it.
If you're organic.
I'll tell you what. If I didn't go on Rocky binge, or the first 3 Rockies yesterday.
I want to see how this is related. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't have been able to handle it as well.
Oh, it helped you because you just watched some deep nonsense.
Yeah. Like, like my brain's like against it all. I can. About how hard you can get hit. No.
It's about your son turning your golden glove necklace into an earring.
Yeah. That's Rocky 5.
Yeah. Oof.
I still enjoy it. I'm a fucking.
I know. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't. At that point, it's that dreary point in like a film series where they have to like kind of try to reinvent themselves, which they already did in 3. And then they were like, let's go back to kind of roots in 4. Then like, let's go further back in roots and make them a full-on R word.
And then we're going to go to Mason the Line Dixon, and then we're really going to fuck it up.
I was talking about that. The Mason the Line Dixon thing, the only reason that he was cast as that character was because that boxer who was Antonio Tarver just knocked out Roy Jones Jr., who was pound for pound greatest of all time, in 12 seconds. So they were like, all right, we got to get that guy. We're writing this movie. This is how we do it.
No, I got it.
Was built like one of the
and they were basically playing the game that you're playing right now.
Yeah. Pretty much.
One more thing on this alien thing, and the little green men and flying saucers. I like that we've completely passed that whole idea that it's even like actual creatures in there. Like they suggest that the Greys are just these robots essentially. They're droids or some shit. Yeah,
they're like
because their organics can't handle the traveling of space.
Yeah, so they make things that can grab shit.
But when they get here, they have to transition to organics. Which apparently is an ability that they have. I don't know. It's fucking crazy, dude. I know.
It is. And it exists. That's the craziest thing. Like, there's nothing you can say now.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Like, this is real. That's real. That's there. That's a thing.
Yep.
And for some reason, it only interacts with certain things. It watches more than it interfere.
It certainly has a mission / agenda, because it's not just wheeling around like, hey, we're here, guys. No, they're fucking up to something.
Hey, dudes, show us your butts. Let us get in there.
Actually, my other favorite one about this, that they're from, they're Martians, is they're actually older than us, and they've been here forever, and they're under the ocean.
Subterranean.
Yep. Subaqueous, subterranean, all that shit.
Subaqueous, good one. That's a good one. I like that. That's a $5 word.
It is.
I like that word. All right.
So the next one, the next fallacy, the next myth that we pulled up. No one still believes in vampires, or do they?
Oh, they do.
All right. So the bloodsuckers from folklore have enjoyed a nice comeback in paranormal pop culture in the last few years. I mean, comeback. They've been around forever.
I like bloodsuckers as an insult. We should start calling people bloodsuckers again.
We should, and I actually want to bring this up because whenever I used to watch mob movies on like Channel 11 or whatever, they would replace cocksucker with bloodsucker.
Right,
so
that's what I mean.
Yeah, so bloodsucker was the thing. So it was like, I actually thought that was like an actual...
And motherfucker was Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
So we should start using Mickey Mouse and bloodsucker.
Okay, because Mickey Mouse is a bloodsucker. Ask anyone who's worked for him. You know what I'm saying?
I know what's going on over there.
He's a rat, too. I don't care what anyone says. So, they never really completely went away in some societies. So recently, Indian politicians placed a $2,000 bounty on vampires sucking the blood from villagers' cattle in the town of Dharampuri in Tamil Nadu, which called to mind the 2004 exhumation and subsequent staking of a corpse in Marantinu de Sus, Romania. They still do this today. They do this on Saturday night. This is what they do.
Yeah.
The supernatural ghouls may not resemble the sexy beasts of Twilight or True Blood, but they're still very much alive or undead in various parts of the world. Even within the United States, there are subcultures or individuals who believe they are among the class of vampire, with especially active groups in New Orleans and New York City. Okay, this needs some polishing here. So, first of all, Eastern Europe is lousy with this shit. It's still part of their culture. They still very much believe in the strigoi.
Yeah, in the 80s, what was it, 87, 86, that they fucking thought the one guy was like killing all the family members, and the three of them like dug him up and like.
Dude, that's
decapitated
2004.
That was 2004.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was the exhumation one. Okay, yeah, they burned the heart, they drank the ashes, and
and they were still doing that. I mean, that was around here in the United States, a couple hundred years ago. I mean, they were still doing it in the mid 1800s. Like, that's what they thought anyone getting called at the time consumption, but tuberculosis, they thought you had vampirism. So, if you're like, let's say your brother got it, he died, and now you're sick. You'd have to dig the brother up, burn his heart, and then drink the ashes. Yeah. And they thought that cured it. But, vampires are just a thing that is not going to go away. I mean, I think it just, it kind of like recycles itself and kind of goes with the times. I very much appreciate the original, like, rotting corpse style of, Revenant vampire. Those were sick.
Yeah.
But we got the Count Dracula versions, and every few years it gets a new reinvigorated version.
They do like glitter.
Yeah, that was awful. But speaking of vampires, run, don't walk to the movie theaters and go see fucking Nosferatu. Holy shit, is it good?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I just mean everybody listening. Go if you haven't seen it yet. What is your problem?
Yeah, I want to see it so fucking bad. Like, I'm at the point where I might pull a fucking. Find it on the internet. I have no time right now. You're lucky you're getting me here,
Bullshit.
Bullshit. I got fucking 2 weekends left. I got so much more packing to do.
You'll be fine.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna burn.
You will be fine. Stop it. I see the Tums back there. I know you're fucking up. Look at that. I see it. There's a vampire getting you right now.
Just shut up.
It's called looming fatherhood.
You son of You son of a bitch.
Don't do this to us.
I haven't shaved my head in 2 weeks. I look like a fucking hobo.
Dude, it's fine.
I look like Bobcat Goldthwait from like late 90s. There's a sick reference. I wish I could do a good. I think that's an underrated one.
Big Bobcat Goldthwait?
Yeah, but like a lot of people tried to do that in the 90s, like an impression of him.
Yeah.
The dude Shuley from Howard Stern, like, that was his claim to fame. He did a good Bobcat. It was like, all right, man, you guys gotta
I don't know.
Move on.
That was latter day Howard. Yeah, but anyway, vampire belief is still very much a part of a lot of cultures. I think the Russians have something too. Just can't think of it right now. But Eastern Europe is still lousy with them. I'm sure there's a few floating around.
The one from the China, the ones that like hop.
Oh, the Zhongxi.
Zhongxi.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking cool. I don't know if they're like I don't know if they were responsible for COVID. I mean, we could spin that, spin that yarn.
I think I investigated one of those guys today.
Did you stop him with flowing water? What happened?
No, I can't interfere. I just investigate.
Okay.
But I was like, this guy. I wrote
a lot of spitting in garbage cans.
Yeah, and like just like fucking. Oh god. But in my report, I was like possibly a vampire, and I sent it.
There you go.
We'll see if
I hope that makes it to the news. Possible vampire sighting at a local casino. Yeah.
I hope state police does something about it.
Local gambling den.
Yeah, we can't just have these vampires, these Chinese vampires walking around.
That would be fucking awesome, though, right? But then you become like a task force for taking out the vampires.
I mean, it's the dream. That's the dream. Like if
I mean, like you have the lore, you have this old book that has Marco Polo brought it back during the fuck. You know what I mean? Like it writes itself.
Right, I'm like this old, like, wounded, like, vampire hunter. I have the lore and, like, a sword and maybe, like, a cool gun.
Yeah.
That, like, like, scatter shot, but it has, like, sunlight in it somehow.
You have to make jade stakes to put through their heart. Fucking awesome.
Yeah. 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 And I have a flute. I have a flute. Like, a old, like,
Whoa.
Plays that kind of stuff, and, like, they go, like, and it, like, slows them down.
And then just water, I heard. Flowing water.
And then they kind of like turn into like who they were.
Interesting.
And they're like, oh, help me. And then you have them slowed now. And you walk up, talk to them, then you stake them real good.
I like it, man. It writes itself. Look at this. Yeah. We got a fucking movie already.
Yeah. What will we call it? Chinese vampires?
No, something snappy. And we got to include an old Jack Burton in the story. Like he's at one of the slot machines, he just turns around. I've seen these things before. We're like,
Yeah.
we just look at each other.
Yeah. And we high five in the haunted house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah. God damn.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Big Trouble in Little China Part 2 from us coming away fanfic.
That's what it is. It's Big Trouble in Little China. Folly you do.
Yeah, follow you do. God, what a piece of shit.
I don't want to go into it. We watched it. I don't want to go into it.
Oh my God. I texted you. I had to stop.
Yeah.
I texted you. I was like, dude, this is
We made it all the way through.
God bless you, because
I don't know what I watched.
dude, it was like eating
It's like two
a turd.
different weird movies.
It was like eating a turd.
Yeah, kind of.
It was like eating a turd. I was like doing it. I was like, why am I doing this? I feel horrible for everyone involved.
It was like being weirdly intimate with the people in the movie, but in a weird way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I know what Joaquin Phoenix's like armpit smells like. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And
it's
also,
not good.
There was like an underlining selling point they were trying to do of like an agenda push for like the reverse toxic femininity of like.
I don't even think they went that far. I just think it's stupid. Didn't she steal his cigarettes? The part when he had the diaper on? Lady Gaga?
I don't know if I got to a diaper part.
Yeah.
Is that like early on? Because
it's a reference joke to an old Halloween party where Lady Gaga stole cigarettes
Jesus
from a guy with
Christ.
a diaper on. It's okay, buddy. You're in too deep right now.
I was in too deep of a fucking horrible movie. That was a great event in real life. Yeah, Jovi was in a diaper, and Lady Gaga, a woman dressed in Lady Gaga attire.
We don't know that it wasn't really her. Did you fingerprint her?
I can tell you what. I could tell by the body archetype that it was not.
Yeah, I know. I saw it too. It wasn't her.
Yeah. Her and some like chick mobster. There was two of them. They both decided to act together to steal a pack of fucking Newports. Unbelievable. Respect. You know.
I mean, I do kind of respect it. I'm not gonna lie.
You go harmonica style on a guy dressed as a baby.
Listen, they marked him because he had the diaper on. Let's be honest.
Right, and like everyone was like laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's move on to this. Modern zombies are supernatural. The term zombie has been in use for well over a century, and before 1968 applied to seemingly soulless slaves created by Haitian voodoo magic. After 1968, when George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead was released, the term was forever changed. Modern zombies are the result of an unexplained contagion, but are not supernatural. According to zombie expert... Sorry. According to zombie expert Matt Mogg, M-O-G-K, Mogg, of the Zombie Research Society, the modern zombie is a relentlessly aggressive, reanimated human corpse driven by a biological infection. So supernatural vampires, mummies, Nordic draggers, and all revenants need not apply for brunch with this bunch.
Okay.
That was a wild thing to read.
I think what they're trying to go into is the whole the biological infection thing, because we've shed the supernatural aspect of zombies, but they never were supernatural.
Right, it was
because
the
Haitian
medicine man. Yeah,
the Haitian zombies they were open. They were like open with it. It's like no. There's an elixir that we make that turns them into
it's
the
like
living dead.
It's like the norovirus. They just give you they give you the shits and you puke a bunch so you're delirious.
Yeah, no, it's like you're taking ayahuasca and then you're just fucked. Now I work on a farm and they don't let me go. But if you've never seen Serpent in the Rainbow, go throw that on after you're done listening to this episode, because that is that's an old school banger.
And there's
Bill Pullman.
Yeah, Bill Pullman. Once again, that movie with Bill Pullman rubs me the wrong way with Bill Pullman, because I like to see him as a wholesome. He's the president, or he's Cat's.
I don't give a shit about your
dad,
preconceived notions.
He's Cat's dad.
Listen with your whipstaff manner bullshit.
And then he's like having sex and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to see.
What are you he's a versatile actor, not really, but in that movie he's going for something different. He's the gritty kind of reporter type that gets
it's a good movie. I'm not saying that. It's like when you
he is your character, though, what you're talking about. He starts off as that guy, and that guy should never go to Haiti.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And that's what happens. That guy, President Whitmore, fucking goes to fucking Haiti and gets lost in an absolute subculture.
He does the exact same scream in The Serpent and the Rainbow that he does when he first sees the ghostly trio.
Yeah. I even think he asks, yeah, it's the same shit. And he does it like 10 fucking times.
I remember when he dies in The Ring. Or no, I'm sorry, the
Grudge.
Yeah,
He throws himself off the fucking balcony.
Hate that about it.
But that's the same thing. It's the same character. He couldn't handle Japanese ghosts, just like he can't handle Haitian voodoo. I mean,
he can only handle aliens.
He couldn't handle that either.
And American go, oh, dude, that speech.
It was written for him.
Get him out!
We will not go silently into the night. No.
Yeah.
No. He can't. No. But he's in some David Lynch movies, though, too. And he kind of plays the same character in those, too.
Talking about the zombie thing. Let's go back from Bill Pullman. But the zombie thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I think it was Proof Positive, the show. They broke open that story about the dude who just like wandered back to his village.
I remember the guy's name and everything.
Yeah, and it's like that story. I remember fucked me up because like they do the zombie thing, and I remember I was I want to say like 16, maybe 17 when that shit dropped, and that was like the first one where like I saw. I knew Serpent and the Rainbow because that was out when I was a kid, and like, but I never. And then there was the basically the rip-off Tales from the Crypt episode that was basically the same kind of thing, and like I still never really put it together like that. You know when you're younger, you don't go, oh, okay, a human went through this. And there is this kind of like toxin you can get from like a blowfish that can make something like this happen. Like, I remember seeing that, and it like I was like, oh fuck! Like I felt the humanism in it, and I was like, oh no! Like you can actually like long term fuck with someone with the chemistry of their brain, and just keep giving them this drug to like make them just like function. I was like, fuck! This world is fucked up.
No, it's the same thing, and it's like I think that goes hand in hand where you hear like those stories, and I'm sure most of them are bullshit, but like those people that take too much acid and shit, they never come back.
Yeah, bad trips.
And yeah, so like I think if you keep someone just chemically just their mind just altered for long enough, why not?
That's human trafficking. A lot of them do that. They use them. They get them. They use them for prostitution. They just keep them all fucked up on heroin. And
shit, what was that one movie I just?
That's a zombie, dude. That's a fucking zombie.
Yeah, they don't do farm work. They do other kind of work.
Yeah. Unless it's manscaping.
Well, I mean, there's plowing involved. I don't know.
Oh, look at us, two fucking campy jokes. Look at that.
It rolls.
Low hanging fruit.
That's what it is, buddy. I love the zombie stuff. I did. Zombies had their time, and I think it's kind of like, I think it's if we're gonna do more zombie shit, because like, dude, we were just at the movies the other day, and there was another. It was like 28 years later, or whatever the fuck it is.
New 28
and I was watching.
Later.
I was like, this does look fun, but it's just like more zombies. Do we really want to do zombies anymore? This is so like 2006.
Yeah, but I go back because I love. I told you I said this on the podcast before. The 1990 version of Night of the Living Dead.
No, there's good shit in there. Don't get me wrong.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I like it even better than the original.
I would agree.
Tony Todd and like
R.I.P.
the cast, like it works so good. Scary house.
Yep.
Middle of farmland. Slow walking zombies coming, and it gets really scary because there's a bunch of them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. I love that zombie. I mean, look, Day of the Dead, the remake. Zack Snyder made a good movie. We were all shocked, but like, it was fucking wild. The crazy fast zombies. The movie kicked ass. But like, if someone went back and made like a Night of the Living Dead style, high tension, slow crawl, people involved, Resident Evil 1 style, fucking zombie movie, I'd be all about it. But the problem is, with modern zombie shit, it's all modern zombie stuff, or just modern terrible script.
Yeah.
Like terrible screenplay, terrible directing.
Or TV shows that last for way too many seasons.
Yeah. They stray far from the source material and make bullshit decisions.
Yeah. Or you become a zombie expert at the Zombie Research Society.
I couldn't believe I even fucking read that. A zombie expert? What does that mean? That you watched every season of Walking Dead?
Yeah.
iZombie on the CW?
Yeah, and then you went to the zombie walks, all of them.
Right, and then you go to Zombie Prom in Philly every year.
Yeah. I did t-shirt designs for the zombie walk.
I mean, that's a cool gig. That's a good get.
It was a long time ago.
For a young Jason McKittrick, that's a good get.
Yeah. When I was still a supernatural zombie, not a biological zombie.
Yeah.
All right, moving on from zombies. Another myth, Ken. Skeptics and believers do not get along.
I'll tell you the ones that don't get along. The super I believe in everything's.
Mm-hmm.
I think they ruin it. They're the ones that ruin it. Because, like, full on, I don't believe
the
anything.
extremes
skeptics,
of anything ruin everything.
But the extreme, I don't believe in any of it. I'm like, okay, you're just a normal person. You know what I mean?
I maybe, because those people are also very unreasonable people. If you talk about anything else too.
What I mean is, like, for the most part, let's say you take the majority of both, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, the people that don't really believe in anything, they're like, maybe. Those kind of skeptics, like the maybe, I don't know, I'm not. I find those to be more just normal, level-headed people that are just like, I just never saw it, so what can I?
Sure.
How can I?
Sure.
You know, I'm like, we vibe, and then the people that are over here are like, look at this picture, you gotta see this picture, it's my grandfather's face, and you're like,
it's like that's a reflection.
yeah, it's cobwebs, dude, it's cobwebs.
Yep.
You know.
Well, I think there's what you're talking about. I think there's a difference between there's types of non-believer. You have like, there's the atheistic non-believers, and then there's the agnostic non-believers. There's the ones, I don't believe because I just haven't seen anything, and then there's ones like, fuck you, that shit's all fake. I also beat my wife. It's like,
right, but also,
okay, all right.
Even if we were going in that style of thought,
yeah,
I find the other side to be more zealot than the former less zealot than the latter. Like the full in on believe all of it or get the fuck out of the way type of person.
Yeah.
On anything, like they see they see magic and everything, or they see
angels
everywhere, or like ghosts everywhere, or demons everywhere, as opposed to like even the more casual believer is still like, I'll bite more than.
Well, yeah, if you're all in, no matter what it is, if you're all in with it's all bullshit, or you're like no matter what, and you're all in that it's all real no matter what, it's part of your identity, so you can't let anything in or out. So it's paranormal identity politics. Can't happen.
Right. It's nuts, and this is what we're here to shatter.
Yes,
we want to be like, we're open on both ends of the discussion. Bring some good shit. Let's go. But like, a lot of the
bring
times,
something that's worth discussing. That's what I'll say.
Right. Because if it's some bullshit,
yeah. If you bring me, what is it? Is that the San Diego or the Sacramento, the walkers? Those fucking, it's like, come on. I mean,
the crawlers,
but at the same time,
the night crawlers, isn't that what they were?
The ones
the
that
night crawlers. Yeah.
Whatever those are, whoever came up with those has a great sense of humor. All right, and when you see it, it's like, all right, this motherfucker. Let's talk about it though, okay? Because this is funny enough. But you get people who hit you with the the smudge on the camera thing, or like it's clearly a bug.
Yeah, pareidolia all day.
Dumb that they can't see. Like their critical thinking is off. That's the problem. When you come into an area and you can't, like everything has to be real or it shatters your worldview, then you fucked up. It's time to reevaluate.
You done fucked up, Ron.
Yeah, you done exactly.
Yeah, no, and that's what I was just saying. I just feel like the one side is a little too much for even me, because like I'm a believer to a point. I've had my experiences, but like the people, I find myself commenting and arguing with more people of the total belief. Like even there was a video I just saw the other day, and it was like this is video from the Diddy parties. And it was, dude,
there was a ghost in the Diddy party?
No, it wasn't a ghost. It was AI, and they were doing like ritualistic shit, you know?
Yes, yeah, and they thought it was real.
And I was like, dude, and it was a big account. This is a big account.
Sure.
And I was like, yo, this is AI. And a couple people were like, you fucking, this is fucking, you know? But then like a million other people. But then a million other people were like, oh shit, he's right. Because like at first, like they were like, and I was like, guys, look, look at this, look at this, look at this. And then people will start going like, oh, thank God you pointed this out. I thought, and I'm like, yeah, it's AI. Yeah. And like, there's this group that wants to just believe everything. And you're like, you got to be like, look, there's that guy doesn't have feet. You got to say that sometimes. That guy doesn't have.
However, I know exactly what you're saying, but I think both are the same.
Okay.
If you really don't believe it at all, and you can't, because I've encountered that so many times. Fuck you. Or I've told people my personal stories. Yeah. That didn't happen. I'm like, you're telling me that didn't happen? Right. You weren't fucking there.
Okay, it's just my more recent experience, I guess, is reflecting in my opinion of it right now. And
yeah, no, I personally, I think it's the same. For me, it's the same fucking thing. Because
I should just agree, because it is. You're right, and it's like I've been going to war with these like muddy water pages that just like throw this stuff out there, like, oh, this is real. Look at this video. This is, and I just go like every morning, dude.
So are you going to war with these accounts before or after the vampires, the Chinese vampires?
Well,
simultaneous. Tell us you're a badass and it's happening simultaneously.
It's a constant battle, Jason.
Right.
I'm constantly at war with Chinese vampires. I stab one. I flip up the phone. This is bullshit. Your grandmom's stupid. Back. Next. UV light bomb.
Damn.
Chinese flute. They stop. I argue with them. I tell you, Then jade steak. I have 2 jade steaks that are on nunchucks.
Wow. Careful with those nunchucks. They could really ruin parties.
Yeah, they can change a guy. I know that. Well,
good luck if this is the first time you're ever listening to this fucking podcast.
Honestly, it's been so long, it's probably going to be like everyone's first time. But you know what?
Probably.
You know what? You're fucking welcome, because this is a hoot. Yeah. All right, so I guess this is going to be our last one on here.
Let me see. No, yeah, this is 10. Yeah, this is the last one. And I like this one. Go ahead.
Yeah, but we didn't get into the anyway, but
it's fine.
The paranormal is bad for business.
No, it is not.
No, it's not.
It's great for fucking business.
Especially if you're in the business of generating clicks online.
Just ask Point Pleasant, West Virginia, if fucking paranormal is bad for business.
Ask Roswell,
you don't even
New
know
Mexico.
that town. Yeah. Hey, Roswell happened. It's the source of all of our fucking modern technology. We've been over this.
I agree
fiber optics.
Right, and fiber optics, the mother of all technology.
Dude, my uncle hit me with that on Christmas. We were talking about aliens. Yeah, and it was hysterical because we're talking about all this shit because he's a little out there, and he started talking. And once you get into a certain thing, he starts talking about like light. He has all these weird physics things that are like, oh yeah.
That's why I started the joke, because like being in the audio industry and like knowing how fiber optics work for the audio, and like it's just basically a looser piece of glass and everything funnels through faster. And then I would see on those old shows back in like 2005, they would like talk about fiber optics so much being like the end all be all of technology, when just last week we figured out quantum teleportation. You know what I mean? Like, and that's 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but like, that's why I started the joke that fiber optics, because like you're like, oh, the light, and people like they use it for like Halloween decorations and Christmas decorations.
No, but people bring that shit up, fiber optics.
I know, that's why that's so funny. That's why I brought the joke up, but that actually got brought up to you in a serious conversation.
No, he's like, no. I was talking. We were talking about Roswell, exactly, and he's like, yeah, man. I was just hitting him with like, what if all of our modern technology came from backward engineering that fucking craft. Our cell phones, this. He's like, fiber optics. I looked at him for a second. I was like,
do you listen to the show?
I was like, do you listen to the show? Or did Ken call you before this?
Yeah.
I was like, is Ken in the room right now?
And he shows you a picture of his phone. It's just me like.
Right. Mm-hmm. No, it's just.
Yeah. That would be the fun. That'd be the funnier one, as opposed to me being like, yeah, it's fiber optics.
Everything's a lie. Every gift I open is just your face.
Yeah. With different Christmas decorations that are using fiber optics, and then I have like 2 speakers connected with fiber optics.
I lose all grip on reality. Every stocking has a hand rising out of it, giving me the finger. I'm like, fuck!
No,
they found me.
But okay, so even if the paranormal is unexplained, guys, the business world is a big believer in the paranormal, or making that money. Paranormal tourism where travelers spend vacation money on pilgrimages to genre conventions and famous hotspots, is an active industry. Yeah, no shit. Salem, Massachusetts. Instead of shying away from a paranormal reputation, locations are embracing it. Every city seems to have a few ghost tour operations, while haunted houses, attractions, and vampire balls around, and entire towns in America are defined by their paranormal personalities.
What museum has the vampire balls?
The one in Doylestown. The Roswell UFO Festival attracts droves of alien enthusiasts to New Mexico every July. Meanwhile, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, belongs to the Mothman, Salem, Massachusetts, like I just said, as a tourism industry focused on the infamous witch trials where there were no witches. Zombie walks, runs, and obstacle courses, along with proms, protests, and pub crawls, are weekly occurrences in the city across the United States. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, hell yeah. Look at Gettysburg does the same fucking thing. I mean, Gettysburg is huge for all the reenactments and shit, but I wonder what percentage of people are going there for the paranormal shit. Probably just as much.
Yeah. I would say so.
Yeah, no.
They got their dowsing rods.
No, if you want, and the mother of all, right? Look what the fucking Warrens did with those book deals and shit. Look at the Amityville Horror. I mean, they came to him, said, look, let's do a book.
Right.
And because people flocked to that shit, and now even the house, the houses from the movie, or the house that was allegedly where the murders did take place, but allegedly where the paranormal stuff has, people show up every day and try to take pictures. So
right,
when you can make something, it goes back to the beginning about the evidence of the paranormal. When you can make something that's paranormal have some kind of concrete nature to it, like a building or an artifact or something like that, people want to fucking they want to get their fucking hands on it.
And then if you can make a movie or a book about it,
yeah, dude, that just adds to it. I mean, if you have a movie or a book, that's what brings these people there. So it goes back to the whole thing.
I connected with the Lutzes so much.
Good.
And then you're like, cool. That's how we make our money.
No, it goes back to that old thing back in the medieval era. Every church had another crazy relic from some saint, and it was they had to start coming up with different and better relics. I think what is there 8 different heads of John the Baptist out there?
Right,
it's how many heads does this guy have? And if he didn't, are you sure he's a saint?
The pinky of Saint Barf.
Yeah, or it has a piece of the True Cross or something like that. There's that old saying. It's if you took all the pieces of the True Cross out there, you could rebuild St. Peter's Basilica out of the wood.
All right. Yeah, I like that one.
So it's it's that kind of thing, man. It's making immaterial material. So when people think they can touch the other side, they spend some dollars on it.
It's true. So oh man, I mean, even back in the day, the amount of money spent of converting these people back to the that this isn't new. Yeah, the money spent on oh god, who's the one Italian woman who was one of the biggest psychics of the spiritualist movement. People were coming from all around, even the
you're talking about Blavatsky?
Is that her name?
Oh, yeah, she wasn't Italian. She was the main person.
No, there's an Italian woman. She was Italian. I forget her name. God.
Josephine Bag of Donuts.
Sounds good. Josephine Bag of Donuts. Was one of her. That was one of her AKAs in the.
Oh, you mean the Staten Island psychic with the blonde hair?
Oh God, whatever Caputo? No.
Yeah.
No, not her.
Not her? Okay, sorry.
She comes to my place of work and does shows all the time. Jesus Christ.
I can't believe those people are she's the next John Edward.
Yeah,
and she just hasn't been outed yet. 'Cause people are just let her have her fun.
Well, also too, they've tightened up the screws. Her operation is Secret Service level.
Sure.
They're scanning the audiences.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it at my job, because that's what I do. But no, I
don't know.
I don't know if they're doing something different. I think they're probably doing it from the ticket sales at this point.
Probably.
You do the ticket sales and how they used to do with filling out the questionnaire beforehand.
Yeah, exactly.
Or even doing it online.
Cold reading.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, the cold reading God, it's beautiful. I love occult reading, but that's an art that if you got it, like, you're too good at just like fucking with people. But they probably now what they do is they look at the so let's say there's these softwares out there, right?
Yeah.
Where you have someone's all the information you get from a ticket sale, right?
Right.
And you put it in there. They use it for compliance work at different places.
Yeah.
And it'll give you all the accounts that are around, social media and otherwise, banks and everything.
Yep.
And they'll go, and it's just monthly subscription. You pay for access to it.
Yeah.
They'll go boom, 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 and they'll work who has the most information.
Yep. And most of these morons have public Facebook accounts, so you can go in there. You see their, oh, Dad, we miss you.
Yeah.
And boom, they're ready.
Yep. All their blog stuff they're associated with, all of it. And whoever has the most, they can build the most compelling story that you can come out fucking hone in on.
Whose dad was the... I'm getting an Eagles fan?
Yeah. But everyone's like, oh, they're like, no.
They start the Eagles chant, and she has to wait for them to stop.
Whose father once Connor Barwin did, like, they're like, oh, that was my dad's story, because you just look at your status, from like 2 months ago.
No, it's my dad's fucking story. And then because it's Philly, it just breaks out. And,
exactly.
Yep.
And she goes, calm down. Very nice. Why did I make her Borat there for a minute?
Very nice.
Very nice. My wife. I like you. But yeah, like, no, that's the thing. Like, technology's so advanced and everyone's online. Yes. So, like, they have, let's say you get a show with 10,000 people. Let's say you have a show with 1,000 people.
Yeah. It's easier than ever.
Yeah. They just go, they put the names from the ticket sales. They go, oh, who's coming? They get that from the provider. They just get the name and the email. They don't even need the, all the other information. Punch it into a program, or just fucking Google it.
Yeah.
Put it, or you put it in one of these better programs. Pulls all their shit up, and then they're on stage with their earpiece. They go, seat 4-7, start lingering that way.
Yeah.
Say something about a fucking, stupid sweater they used to wear. That they,
Row 3, seat 7. He looks really fucking stupid. Yeah. Say something about Wawa.
Yeah. Once again, they'll cry.
Yeah.
I gotta have my Wawa.
Yeah. It's like, whoa. Yeah. Like, they said you really like Sheets. Fuck Sheets. Like, and it's just,
Yeah. Fuck Wawa.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know. Do we have any Dallas Cowboy fans in this house tonight? Place just erupts.
There's 3 of them, though. There's at least 3 in the crowd.
And they just shank them.
And they go, what? What, you fucking kid? I grew up in a fucking... that's the thing.
Yeah.
The Philly Cowboys fan is the wildest thing in the world.
It is weird.
The Philly Mets fan, the Philly Braves fan. They exist, and it's like the weirdest thing.
The Philly Mets fans I've seen, I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And they're not even from New York. No.
I just like Darryl Strawberry. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The Braves ones are like, Jibber Jones.
Yeah, I mean, and because of that, and because of everyone's love of the paranormal and thinking that they got a little bit of a leg up on somebody else, or, oh, God, I touched the other side, these charlatans will be around forever.
Oh, yeah.
Unless Cockney fucking Harry Houdini shows up with his fucking wife beater and suspenders and dress pants.
Yeah, with his hair the same style, though.
Yeah, but
that hair's got to
the
be...
waves, but and he's just...
Yep. Oh, God.
And they put on the fucking... And he just starts beating the shit out of everybody.
He puts them in the straitjacket.
Yeah.
And holds on the front and just bang, bang, bang. Yep. The Fox
puts them in a water torture closet. Fucking,
yeah, right.
Yep.
We have a graphic novel, my friend.
You know what else he was really good at? The best at taking out Chinese vampires. Harry Houdini versus the fucking... And you know who plays Harry Houdini?
If you say Kurt Russell.
Kurt motherfucking Russell.
But also,
he actually survived.
But also, you said there was a better Chinese vampire hunter than me. I can't see you anymore. Just kidding.
You disputed my vampire claims.
Yeah.
I can't see you anymore.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, so those were some of the...
Those are some of the things rattling around in our skulls.
Yeah, in this this trying time of trying to find out what's real and what's not, you know, or what's
Yeah.
a psyop and what's not.
There's no way to know. There's no way to tell.
Yeah, it's you know what,
I don't support it.
you know how you could tell something's a psyop if everyone's talking about it. You're like, that's a psyop.
Yeah, I can go with that.
Yeah.
I can go with that.
And then it gets too big, and then the wrong people start talking about it, and then it becomes The Mandalorian season 3.
True.
And then
There was
everyone's
yeah. It's like you're kind of getting there, but then you get to like the 4th episode, and you're like, Jack Black? No, what? Liz? You're like, you know what? I'm done. Like, just let me know what happens, anything pertinent, and I'll just.
Then they try to bring it back with Chris Lloyd, and you're like, but that other shit.
Yeah, it's like, guys, don't you learn? And they're like, no, we don't.
Well, they're on their apology tour now, you know.
But then they're gonna go right back to their bullshit after the apology tour is over.
If it wasn't a psyop in the first place.
Look, the mouse is actually a rat, and he's actually some kind of like ancient creature.
Oh yeah, it's a deity. Oh, it's a deity, all right.
Probably. Or a deity that's so old that it's actually an AI.
Michaelis IO or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll call him Mickey.
Yeah. Run the Uncle Walt fucking program. Walt.exe.
And he just powers up like one of those videos in the Imagineers, you know, and he's like, oh.
He's like
let me
fucking
show you.
Zordon. He just comes up and he's like, he's a floating
Rangers.
head. Yeah.
God.
Oh,
Rangers.
yeah. Never mind.
Never mind.
Collect
Yeah,
some
okay.
teenagers with attitude.
Diddy's like, huh?
What?
Yeah, what?
I got you.
Yeah, I'm in.
You
Wait, come
need some
here.
baby oil?
Yeah, he's floating in baby oil. His head.
Yeah. It's not Bacta, it's baby oil. Luke wasn't in a Bacta tank. It was just all baby oil.
Yeah,
That's a psyop.
yeah. Oh, dude, that whole dude, it's everything's a psyop now. Everything is a psyop. I'm like,
Folks, you got to make sure you go out there and locate your local psyop
yeah, right.
and take it down with all of your quote unquote facts.
Yeah, I love like the one of the new things that's like go out and touch grass, or like go touch ground, like go get some fresh air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go outside, and I'm like, that guy's a psyop, that lady's a psyop, that fucking dog and that kid's a psyop.
What are these things they're putting on top of the telephone poles? I don't know what those things are. Those
that's a
cylinders?
psyop. Yeah, psyop.
Yeah. The sky is a psyop?
Yeah. Chemtrail psyop.
Yeah.
You know, all the clouds are actually spaceship psyop.
This is a look inside Ken's skull every day.
Look, man, everything's different. It goes into our eyes, converts it into a reality that we can see, because our eyes are psyop.
All right, Alex.
Don't make me do it, dude. I don't want to do it.
What? Tell us about the globalists?
Oh, that's not even a psyop. That's just fact now.
Right.
Like,
Well, I don't know what you were going to go into.
I was gonna do the impression.
We got it.
Yeah, we got it. But it's all fake. Everything's fake, guys. Everything's fake.
We just got through the holidays. Everyone saw all the memes that were floating around. You know, your weird uncle at the table during, Thanksgiving dinner or during Christmas dinner, talking about,
Honestly,
shopping at drones with swords.
I was like way more that way last Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
last Christmas. This year, I didn't have much time because I'm working 10-hour shifts now, and I only had so much time to get there, enjoy the family, eat, partake, and go. So I was like, jolly old St. Ken. I was like, oh, family. That was me. That's the noise I made. Everyone loved it.
Okay.
I hosted the annual at my mom's gift raffle thing that she does now. It's awesome. 3rd year.
Nice.
I host it, but all the fucking kids, they were just like, I want to take a pick at the name out next.
Did Rude Sandstorm play at all?
In here, buddy.
Okay. The whole time?
In the headboard. It's literally in here. It's the Rude Sandstorm and me connecting red lines to pictures with...
So you stepped into your mom's house. Your right foot hits the floor, and it was like...
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. After my 3rd beer.
Yeah, I could. Just to make sure that we were both on the same page.
Right.
Same
And
for me.
then I'm like, oh, fuck, 9 o'clock. I got to get home. No, I was like, oh, fuck, 8 o'clock. I got to start making my way home.
Yeah.
I have to be in bed because I have to get up at 5 in the morning.
I have to identify psyops in the morning.
Yeah. I'm doing that in my sleep. Like, that's...
Yeah.
I'm there now, bro. Like, I'm that good.
You're operating while you're asleep. It's that mode.
I
I
that
convinced
good.
myself of that. In about a month, I'll be convinced of that.
Yeah.
February is usually my time.
No, everyone's going to catch up on my level. They'll see. It's all.
I gotcha.
Everything's
I gotcha.
bullshit. Everything's bullshit that they tell you, guys. Everything's bullshit.
You guys are assholes. Assholes. You guys are assholes.
I'm busy, stupid dick.
Yeah, that one's climbing the ranks for me. Every year it goes up a
what
couple
is the
more
one
spots.
where he pulls up? This is what was this car? A Pontiac Grand Prix. Is that what it was? It's the Grand Prix that he drives into the things. Yeah, that's great.
Choice?
Yeah. Oh my god. Dude.
Be
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Be yourself. Come on, Angel. You're making snow angels.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Just Friends is top tier. It's got
It
tier
is.
Christmas movie now.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, that movie, it's funnier too, like, because, I've watched it like 3 times this year, and I was like so busy during Christmas. So I'm like unpacking, moving shit around. If you just listen to it,
Yeah, it's funny just listening to it.
It's even funnier because like you catch more shit that they're saying, like the little lines in the back. Yeah,
Yes.
movies. God, it's your Christmas movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, that was.
Yeah,
our
I think we
catch-up
unloaded on these
Christmas.
people enough.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while. We've both been busy. The more we get back into the flow, the more I'll calm down.
But arguably, they're better episodes when you're not calm.
I think so. I think Unhinged Ken is it's a good.
You have to go all the way back to, the Dead Astronauts episode to get a true unhinged Ken. So,
Yeah, like that's been a year and a half, I think, and like at that point, like this point, like when these things happen in the episodes, I can harness them. I just watched Rocky, like I said, Rocky 1, 2, and 3. So like, I'm in there like I got this. I'm rolling with it. I'm like, cut me, Mick.
nothing is over. Just give me something to drink.
Yeah, brisk iced tea. And I'm just like, fucking non-biological entities making biological entities. Rolling with
NBEs.
it. Yeah. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. All right, guys. For this episode of Other Dangerous Podcast, I've been Ken James.
And I've been Jason McKittrick.
And as always, have a spooky evening. Thank you for listening to Other Dangerous Podcasts. Have you encountered the other dangers? If so, you can email us at otherdangerouspodcast@gmail.com. And if you'd like to have a discussion about the paranormal, you can find us at Other Dangerous Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. There you can find submitted pictures, videos, and artwork from listeners. We are now streaming on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else podcasts are streamed. And after listening, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you the other danger.